Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing a series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This one sounds extra fancy. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That's essentially the case today. I went over there. I got off work a little while ago. Ran a little bit later than usual because we had a meeting. And by the time everything was said and done, I'm like, dude, I'm dying, you know. I needed to go over there and hit up Target anyway, and I was like, you know what they have at Target? They have a Starbucks at Target. And I'd heard about this this chocolate covered strawberry drink. I can't find it at any of the locations that I've gone to, which to be fair is 2. But I don't know if it's something I have to ask them to make or how that whole thing works, but whatever. They did, however, have a new beverage on offer. And I was like, all right, sometimes I'll review Starbucks stuff. I'm not, whatever, man. I'm as fancy as anybody. So, what am I reviewing for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it extra fancy schmancy? Because it is from Boom Starbucks. Look at it. Look at it. Ha 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 ha. Maybe. Ha 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 ha. Something like that. What the hell is this? Why is it green? Because, folks, this is their brand spanking new iced lavender cream oat milk matcha. The time I'm doing this, they rolled this out yesterday. I know that because I was in the Starbucks area, and I think one of the general manager or somebody was there, and she was talking with the employees, okay, what did you guys do for the rollout? I felt so bad for him because I've been through that, when I used to work retail, and it's always just just let me do my job. And to be fair, Starbucks that I usually go to, excellent people. I've never had any problems with them. But let's try out a green drink thing. It's all fancy. Ooh, that hit with the lavender way more than I thought it was going to. I figured it was just going to be a little do-do-do. But it's no, man, that's got some good flavor to it. And it's nice the way that they've set it up, because I've had lavender and any number of things, it's not a common flavoring, but thing with lavender and stuff like that, if you go a little bit too crazy with it because it has something of a floral taste. If you go too crazy with it though, it takes on a perfume quality, and it's not great when it's like that, at least not in my opinion. With this, they really just kind of went over there and just kind of cut the edge of the lavender. Just really that nice, mildly sweet, mildly floral kind of flavor. They just hit with that, and then they cut it the fuck off before it went over there and, again, just got to that perfumey point that's just, ugh. And it's really nice, because I actually really like matcha drinks. When Dunkin' Donuts, when they had their matcha latte, I was a big fan of it. So I'm nice. It's nice to have this, and this is blended a lot better than Dunkin's was. I'm not gonna lie, but it's nice because the matcha has a very earthy kind of taste to it. So you've got a somewhat floral, mildly sweet taste from the lavender, and then you have again that somewhat earthy taste from the matcha. And they create. If you watch my channel, I love contrasting flavors, and so it goes over there, and I really like this. This is really good. It's perfectly balanced. And genuinely, like I said, I've reviewed a number of things from Starbucks. Not too long ago, just earlier this week, actually, I did their pistachio latte, which was good. I liked it. Go watch that review. It should be up by now, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. But they can be a little bit hit or miss for me with some of their more interesting creations. Like, some of them I think are really solid, some are just a little bit much. This is one of those ones where they fucking nailed it. And much to the credit of the guy behind the counter, because not only is he going over there and making this drink that it's a brand new drink, so, he has to kind of work with it to get it where it needs to be. Then on top of that, he's doing it under the scrutiny of like a general manager and like some other inspection lady, and like I'll just, it's like you could tell it was frazzling him a little bit, but he pulled it out, and this is fucking really good. I'm super down with that. And the lavender, it's because like it's a foam, right? Oh, cream. So like, it is. It's like it's got that lavender. I think that's really why it works so well, is because rather than just let the lavender sit, they went over there and put it with a cream, let it go over there, so it kind of disperses that, again, that floral aspect, so it's not too concentrated. And then you just got some oat milk, and I'm perfectly cool with oat milk. I don't really drink it just because, but like, I'm perfectly fine with it. And I think in general, okay, that's, yeah. There's a taxi cab over by the side of me, and I was like, heard something going off. But no, and I think that the oat milk, it's nice. Like, the cool thing about this is it's all very grounded. Like I said, you have something of a floral aspect from the lavender, that very earthiness from the matcha, and then you have that that oat milk flavor. So it's like it's almost a hearty. It's like hearty yet delicate. Which is kind of a weird thing to say about a drink, but I really like this. Like, I think this is really good. And I do really like the way that they blended the matcha. Because although there is a little bit of the residual stuff on the bottom, with Dunkin' stuff, man, you would always have to stir it up. If you didn't stir it up, man, you'd just have like clumps of the stuff. This is super tasty. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, clearly, yeah, in both instances. I think for me, this might honestly, straight up, this might be the best drink that I've had from a Starbucks. Like, I think this hits on kind of all the things that I like. It's got contrasting flavors. It's got a nice grounded nature to it. And then, it's just the things that are there are things that I like, presented in ways that are very manageable and very just easy to consume. And I think that works really well in this instance. I think this is really good. I don't usually go back to Starbucks after I've tried one of their drinks, like, even if I'm like, yeah, I'd probably get it again. Just because it's like, I don't go to Starbucks all that often. It's nothing against them. It's just not a place I hit unless I'm usually reviewing something. This is something I would come back for. 100%. And if I'm going over there and recommending it, like, I think this one's really good. I think if it's, as long as they nail, the ratios and stuff like that, I think it's really nice. I think even if you're somebody who maybe you're not into the matcha thing, I think you could maybe get behind this because, again, it's a little bit more of a lighter matcha flavor, but it's still there, it's still present, and just mixed with that lavender, I just think that's really good. I definitely, if nothing else, try this one. Absolutely try this one. I think it really is something pretty spectacular. Good on you, Starbucks. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly matcha, lavender, what the hell ever-tastic rest of your life. Because who would have known? I'm over here drinking something that sounds like it should be like served to like, the Emperor of China during the Qing Dynasty. And it's like, no, I'm just some, peasant bitch who, wanted to buy Transformers from Target. But anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. Try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes. And when we find ourselves in situations like that, it's important that we try at the very least, when we're able take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, I hope that no matter what type of job you were doing, that you were doing it well, you were doing it capably, and that you don't end up with too many inspections with people looking over your shoulder. I mean, if it's the type of job where it really requires that, if you're like a brain surgeon or some shit, get some backup, But, man, especially for retail settings, and don't get me wrong, those, there need to be quality standards and stuff like that. I'm not saying there shouldn't be. But, man, again, as somebody who's, worked in that environment and been under that scrutiny, it's like, oh my God, dude, it's just like, look, I'm doing a thing. Maybe it's not 100% the way that the book says it should be. But it works. Nobody's complaining. Why are we making an issue out of this? And that is part of the reason. Not even the biggest part, honestly, but part of the reason why I got the fuck out of retail. I just could not anymore. And to be fair, doing the job that I do now, there's still oversight and everything. But when you don't have to deal with the public, you don't have to be as worried about, presentation, doing the type of job that I do. It's more about the end product, which is just really nice. But anyway, I like I said, I just hope that whatever your occupation may be, like I said, you're doing it well and that you're in good spirits. Anyway, bye!